So there's been this post circulating on the internet, specifically X, where this woman has four kids and she's at the age of 24. The top comments were basically commenting on why does she have kids and essentially saying she should be in the club essentially. And I understand if you don't want kids right now, especially at the age of 24. I know for a fact at the age of 24, I did not want to have kids, but everybody has different dreams. Everybody has different aspirations in life. Why do we all have to want the same things in life? You know, why can't some people just like being in the club and others like being out, raising a family, building, a future? And I understand these are just comments, people with differing views, and people just being kind of funny. I mean, I don't think all of them are super serious. People aren't like, oh my gosh, why do you have kids? There are some people that are like that, but it's sort of like, why do we all have to have the same idea of what happiness is? This woman, anyways. So essentially, we're talking about why does Gen Z not want kids? And it makes sense. I don't know what age you are watching this video. And I do a little bit, I research these things. Not even going to like talk down myself saying it's a little bit of research. I research these things. And today we're going to be focusing on some articles from a combination of things like USA Today, Fox News, etc. So let's just go ahead and dive into it. So one thing that, including me, I don't want to spend a lot of money on kids. I'm not going to hold you. There was this one woman in my life that just really wanted kids. And like the idea of like having kids just made her so happy. And, seeing a child gave her baby fever. And I knew I wasn't ready to be a father when I got annoyed at how happy she was at that. I got annoyed at how happy she seemed when she talked about having kids, and she looked at me and was like, man, I can't wait to have kids. It's just like, no, I don't want that. Why are you so happy about that? But that's me. So I can't really judge these women for being like, you should be at the club, because rather than having kids, I'd rather be enjoying. I can't even speak. Freaking me out. I'm kind of sick still, so this medicine I'm on still got me a little drowsy. But it's like, I wanted to enjoy my life, and at the same time, kids cost a lot of money, and it's only getting more expensive to have kids, getting more expensive to live. And essentially, it makes sense why you would choose, a bottle of Hennessy over all the things that come with, you know, having a child, all those things you have to buy. Not saying one is better than the other, but me personally, I would be buying that bottle of Hennessy. But at the same time, why judge this woman for what she sees as happiness? Not once did I judge that woman that was happy about having kids and would get a smile on her face for having kids. But at the same time, I just knew that wasn't where I was in life. And, she's in a relationship now. I hope she... Nah, I don't mean to be laughing. I hope she is happy and she has that family that she's looking for. But I just seen a lot when it comes to having kids. I'm the youngest of three, but my father has like 8 siblings. And, not only that, I have friends that have kids, and it's just not easy. Everybody says, baby fever, but you don't know about the things that affect, well, some women know about the effects of having a child. My mother in particular, there was complications when it came to each child she had, and she almost died having one of us. And also, I have a sister-in-law that lost a child, and the last child she had, she and her child almost died. So I just know that having children and going through the process of birthing a child, it's just not easy. It's not easy on the mind, the body, or your emotional state. But once that child comes out healthy, it is very rewarding. And just the joy that children bring into your life. I love my little niece, my nieces, both of my nieces, of course. And now I'm thinking, am I the asshole? Anyways, not wanting kids? Nah, I'm playing. But essentially, yeah. I just want a brief intermission. No coffee today. Just sipping this tea because, man, just gotta recover from, yeah. I don't even want to get into the sickness. Anyways, what's the next thing besides the financial situation? Oh, and if you have student loans, if you have student loans, that's throwing the expenses of a child, the things you need to make sure you have in order to be ready for that child to come. It gets expensive, and I could understand not wanting kids, but I'm going to continue to the next point. A lot of people in this generation, Gen Z, they want personal freedom and to focus more on their career. So, especially Gen Z women, the opportunities for moving forward in your career and career advancement for everybody is important. But a baby, it could, I don't want to say delay your progress, but it it can delay your progress, just keeping it a buck. But a child is not going to be easy when you're having a child or being pregnant while you are, trying to advance your career. It could have an effect on your mental health as well as the way people perceive you if you're working in corporate. And not just your perception of working in corporate, but in your personal freedom. Do you have alone time? Do you value flexibility? And would you rather pursue your own goals and hobbies? It very much depends on what you want in your life. And I could see why people would feel as if they don't necessarily want kids right now. But I mean, like everybody, at a certain time, you do have to leave the club and then build yourself something that will actually be long lasting. I'm not trying to, I stopped being a partier years ago, and no woman I met in the club, none of that lasted. Conversations just didn't feel the same as when I met somebody genuinely, like in a place that I genuinely like going to, like a coffee shop, a library. Shoot, I haven't met too many women at the library. I'm not going to hold you. But I digress, because I don't really go to the library like that, every now and then. But anywho, we got to this generation has a shift in priorities. Gen Z, according to some sources, say is generally delaying milestones like marriage and having children. It makes sense, mainly because the cost of living is so expensive, and that delays the ability to take care of a child and the ability to take care of a family. So like someone's salary could be, I don't know, 40,000. Back in the 1960s, that was perfect to raise a family. And maybe if that was like the only wage that was coming in, you could probably survive off that, you'd be good. But nowadays, that's not going to even allow you to live in an apartment comfortably, let alone a house and have room for children. And it's like, I don't want to blame, it's not capitalism. It's the way our government leaders do things, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's greed, and the prices of things just keep going up. And that's all I really have for today. Be kind to somebody that is, you know, a parent and young. I mean, I could understand if somebody had like 4 kids and was 24 and didn't have a spouse. It's sort of like, okay, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? You got 4 kids, no spouse, and like, why so many? I mean, I got a family member that's like that. They're only a week older than me. It's like, bro, chill. Like, make sure the condom is on. You know what I'm saying? Like, or at least you buying pills so you don't have to be buying diapers. You know what I'm saying? Like, chill out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, that's all I really got for y'all. It's not like, you know, you have to want kids. You don't have to want kids. You don't have to give in to the idea of raising a family if you aren't ready for it, and let alone don't want it. So, anyways, that's all I have for y'all today. Adios. Oh, I gotta pay for my tea.